Hello and a huge welcome to this video. In the previous videos we were able to make this kind of a character, so he can walk around with this joystick as well as we can run using this button. However, we cannot click this joystick as well as this button simultaneously, so I'm using the WASD. So when we hold this button, we are gonna run just like that. And then of course we can also change the camera direction, but yeah, there we go. Cool. So in this video we will be learning how to make a jump system in our game so that when we press a certain button we are gonna jump. So yeah, let's get started. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, go ahead and click the link in the description box below so that you can see how we made all of this, because if you haven't seen that, then you won't be able to catch on, or you will not be able to know what we are doing right now, because we have used a playmaker, which is really easy, so that we have made all of this without writing any code. So that's really cool. We haven't written a single line of code for all this. So yeah. So if you want to learn that, go ahead and check out my previous videos. The link to that is in the description box below, so make sure you do that. So yeah, let's get started. Now what we need to do is we need to go to our character, which is player, and say edit. And in the previous videos we made these two states for the idle and walk, and then there's a run. Alright, now we want another state, so let's just say control click, and there's another state, and we will call it jump. Alright, and we're gonna jump, of course, in this state. So let's just go ahead and say first we should set up the button. Alright, so from which we are gonna jump. So let me just go ahead and zoom into my canvas. So if you want to zoom in your canvas, because it's really huge, you have to just click your canvas. In my case it's joystick canvas, so just click that and press F in the scene view, and there we go, we have zoomed in, or zoomed out actually. Okay, now we have made this button, but it is for run, right? So let's just go to our search bar in our project and say button, and here we go, we have a button which is called button, and it is located in the how to do touch system, touch controls and prefabs. All right, so in my prefabs how to do touch system, which is also the link to download all this stuff is in the description box below, but you should see my previous videos in order to implement all of this. So just go ahead and drag and drop this run button in this button inside of the joystick canvas. So there we go, we have another button over here. Alright, and we're gonna pull it out somewhere over here, and of course we cannot distinguish between these two buttons, right? So we're gonna do that in a second, but let's just go ahead and set the name to, I don't know, jumpo jump. There we go. And we also have to, okay, it's already set to jump. That's cool. So by default it is set to jump, but in the previous video I told you guys how to change this to run. Like we use this button in order to run like that, and I also told you how to set up the input from here to run, which we made this over here, and how to implement all of this. So yeah, I don't have to tell you that again. If you want to change this guy, you can also change it, because if you have seen my previous video you would know how to do that. So yeah, cool. And now what we can do is we can change the appearance of these two buttons. So in order to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Google, and we can search for any kind of jump button, like let's say jump button, and make sure you say PNG, because PNG means without any background. So I don't know I don't know what to do. Let's just take anything. You can take anything, jump. Oh, come on. What should we say? Jump button, jump icon. Yeah, I think this will work. This kind of a thing will work for now, but you can of course get inside and search lots and lots of things over here. I think I'll use this one if it is a PNG. Alright, so just select that and say save image as, and check if it is PNG. it will be written over here. So PNG image, that's good. Save it. And we can also download run icon PNG, and I think if it is PNG, I'm gonna save it to run. Alright, so PNG, run, and jump are downloaded. I'm gonna drag and drop them inside of my project over here, which is run, and then I am going to take the jump and drag and drop it inside jump, and I'm gonna select both of them and make sure you say sprite 2D and UI so that their background will be eliminated and they will look like this. Alright, cool. Now we have to go to run, and instead of knob we have to select run. There we go. And in jump we can select jump. Alright, so yeah, but you can of course take a circle and do that maybe, or let's just do that. Go to run and say edit UI image. Alright, and select a knob and decrease the opacity from here, and there we go. We have a circle kind of thing, but of course the circle, the quality of the circle is not that cool, but of course it will work for now. And we're gonna drag and drop it in here too. So there we go, we have two circle kind of things, buttons over going on here. But of course you can download a more high quality, you know, icon or symbol, button, anything you want. But yeah, for now it will work, of course. So there we go, our jump button is already set. And yeah, now we are ready to do something. But before we do that, of course we need some kind of an animation for the jump. For now we only have the idle, run, and walk. Of course we need some kind of a jump animation, so I have gone to mixmo.com, which I have showed you in the first video on GTA series. Let me just go ahead and drink water. Okay. So in the first video I told you how to download these animations, and we downloaded these 3 animations, and you have to go to the same mixmo.com, and I went in and searched for 3 animations. So one is jump, which should look something like this. So you have to download 3 animations. One is jump, which should look something like this. Alright, he's gonna just jump like that. And the second one is falling loop, so he's gonna just fall like that forever, for infinity. Alright, it's a loop. And then the last one is that he jumps from high and then he rolls down like that. Of course we can use anything, like he can just jump and stop over here, or land over here and stand back, but I am using this one. So you can use anything, like you need a jump which should look something like this. He will jump like that, and then there will be a falling loop, because we're gonna jump, and then from here we're gonna just do the falling loop until the player hits the ground, and then we're gonna do this animation. Alright, and I downloaded these, and I have to drag and drop all of them in here, or I think I messed up, I guess. So I have to download the jump, download it. So you have to download all of these, and when I download it, I will drag and drop them inside the Unity. So here we have jump, so I'm gonna drag and drop it inside the Unity, and I'm gonna go back in here and take the falling idle. I messed up, I downloaded 3 falling idols, so that's my mistake. And then I'm gonna go ahead and download this falling loop, download it, and then drag and drop it inside of Unity. Oops, there's 2 falling idols. Oh come on, I'm so damn goof. Delete that one. I'm really sorry. I think I will have to download this one, falling to roll. Yeah, I'm really sorry for that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's gonna download now. There we go. I'm gonna drag and drop it in here. So here we have the other three animations: falling idle, falling to roll, and the jump. And now of course we have to go in all of these, go to rig and set them to humanoid, apply, and make sure, okay, when this happens, let it load. Okay, and make sure go to the falling loop and make sure the loop is on, so that no, it's not the falling loop, it's idle, this one. Make sure you click the loop so that the animation loops over and over. Alright, there we go. It looks cool. Okay, and I think that is it for now. Now we have to drag and drop all of these animations inside our animator. This is the animator which we made in the previous videos. Alright, so let's just go ahead and select all of these and drag and drop them inside over here. And they are not set, so let me just go ahead and rename them. So this is the falling loop, so let's just call it falling loop. This one is falling to roll, so let's just say land. And then this one is of course the jump, so let's just say jump start. Alright, cool. Now we have the three animations, and the thing will be like this. So we're gonna go to jump, and then from jump to loop, and then loop to land, and then land to walk. So I'm gonna select these and bring them over here, bring that guy there, and take this guy over here, just like that. Alright, cool. Make transition from jump there, and there, and there. Alright, so we're gonna go to jump, and then to fall, loop, and then we're gonna go to land, and then bam. Okay, so I don't have to explain it again and again, because I have explained it in detail how I made this situation kind of a thing, so I don't have to explain it again and again. Alright, so make sure in the looping stage we don't have the has exit time on, so uncheck that, and make sure both of them have has exit on. Alright, so only the looping should have the has exit time off. Alright, okay, and I think that is it for now. Of course we have to make some kind of a condition to transition from here to there and there to here, so let's just go ahead and make that. So let's just go ahead and make a bool, and let's say to land, and I made that land. Alright, to land, and we're not gonna make any condition over here, we're gonna make a condition over here, and let's just say to land is true, then we're gonna land, of course, right? And we can make a transition from here to here also, so that we don't have to fall like a goof all right, so we can just go ahead and jump if there's no big, oh come on, what's this? Okay, let's fix that. All right, so we're gonna make a transition from jump start to land, and make it to land and true. So whenever the true land is true, we're gonna come in here or come from here to here, and then of course we're gonna come over here and start walking, or we can go running like that. Alright, so make sure you do that. So in simple words, we're gonna transition directly to the jump when we press some button, and then from there we're gonna do this transition like jump, and yeah, we have to set this one also. So if you can see over here, we have to go to the falling right over here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and bring this guy over here, so that we're gonna fall from here. Alright, so just go ahead and bring this guy wherever you want to start the next animation. So as you can see, now it's gonna fall like that. Cool. There we go, he jumps, and bam, he starts to fall forever. Alright, and then when the falling is off, he's gonna just come down, which is not coming, and we're gonna see what's happening over here in a second, but for now let's just leave that and as it is. Okay, so now we have to come into our player, edit, and we're gonna say get, where is it? So to open the action browser, you have to just double click over here. Alright, so I'm gonna say how to do get button down. Alright, and the button which we want is jump, which is the one over here. Where is it? Which is this one. So make sure the spellings are same. So spelling is same, and then send event a new event which is called jump. Simple. And we're gonna say right click, transition jump, and jump to jump. Jump. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is we are gonna say we're gonna say wait for some time. Let's say wait for 0.3 seconds, and then we're gonna go to idle. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna jump and then wait for 3 seconds, and then we're gonna come back. Alright, and in meanwhile we want the translate. Where is it? Translate. Translate means this translate. Where is it? The player. So this transform dot translate, which means we have to move, like to move the character or move this transform, we need translate. Y, we want Y and Z. So Y should be, I don't know, 5 I guess, and the Z should be, I know, let's just say 2. Alright, and we also want to crossfade to animation. So crossfade, animator crossfade, yeah, that's what it's called. And let's just go ahead and bring it to the top. So move the action to the top, and the animator controller is on the user owner, which is the player, so that's good. State name is, what is the name? The jump. So let's just go ahead and copy this name. So we're gonna do the jump state, and we're gonna transition to it. Let's say it should be quick, right? So let's just go ahead and say 0.02 0.02. Okie dokie. So we're gonna whenever, I'm gonna explain it to you right now. Whenever we press the jump button, we're gonna go to the jump state, and there we will transition immediately to the jump state, which is this one. And the time to transition is 0.02, which is really small amount, so that the player will directly go into the jump state. And then we're gonna wait for 0.3 seconds, and then we're gonna go back to the idle. And meanwhile we're gonna translate, which means we're gonna go up in the Y with the value of 5, and we're gonna move forward in the Z with the value of 2. Alright, cool. And I think it should kind of work, not properly but kind of work. So let's play, and I also should open up this playmaker so that we can see what's happening, and also we can see what is happening in the animator over here. So we can move around. If we jump, it's gonna jump like that. Okay, cool. It's actually working. Let's see again. So you go in a jump. Okay, it starts to loop, and that is really cool. Of course, I knew that will happen because we haven't set anything right now. But that is it for this this FSM. Now we have to make a new FSM. Alright, so say FSM, and if you don't have Playmaker, you can download it from the asset store. It is available over there, but if you can't afford it because it's not free, so you can download it for free. The link to that will also be in the description box below, so go ahead and download that. And if you don't know how to do that and all that stuff, you should see my previous videos. The link to that is also in the description box below. Okay, so make sure you do that. And then what we need to do is we need to just go ahead and say, in this one we're gonna say set animator bool, which is this animator bool which we want to land. So let's just go ahead and say user owner, of course, and make sure the spellings are the same. So let's just copy it and paste it over here, and we're gonna set it to false. So this is true, this is false, so we're gonna set it to false when the game starts. Alright, start, and the animator bool is false because we don't want our character to jump when the game starts. And then what we need to do is we need to say raycast cast 2. All right, raycast 2. So if you don't have raycast 2, which you should have, because it is available in the playmaker which I provided you, which is this one. All right, so it should be over there. But if you don't have it, then I don't know. Then what you should do is you should go to add-ons, download add-ons, and then let's see. Playmaker. Yeah, you have to do that. Oops, my net is gone. Okay. Well, you should have it at least, because I provided you. Let me see just quickly. Raycast. Raycast 2 is over here, and it is available inside the playmaker additional actions, which is available in how to do a touch system. Alright, so when you download the how to do touch system, you will have the Raycast 2. Oh, cool. Awesome. And when you use the Raycast 2, you have to say okay, first we have to make a object from which we are gonna raycast, right? So we're gonna use the player. Okay, so raycast actually is as the name suggests, it's gonna cast a ray. So it's gonna show a ray that is gonna go ahead and shoot from over here, which will detect if we are standing or if we are gonna land over here or not, if there is something in our feet or nothing. So if it's nothing there, we're gonna keep on falling, and if there's something in our feet, then we're gonna land. Yeah, simple. Then we're gonna go ahead and say empty object, and we're gonna reset the scale so that it's right in the center of this player, and we're gonna bring it a little up from the feet, and we're gonna make it look something like that, so that we can see something is over here. So go in here and select something from here. I'm gonna select this one so that we can see that something is over here. Okay, so I think it looks good. So it should be over here, I guess. So make it from a little above from the ground. I think it's okay right now. So let's just go ahead and say raycast caster or raycaster. Anything will work. It doesn't have to do anything with that. And let's just call this FSM and falling detector. So it will detect if the player is falling or not. And then what we need to do is we need to cast this raycast from a certain object, and in this case we are going to use this raycaster which we made right over here, and then we're going to specify the direction. It should be in the downwards, which is -y. So this is the positive y and this is the negative y, and then we're gonna make it a little smaller, so let's just say 0.6. that will be good. And then in no hit event we're gonna say new event, and we're gonna say test. All right, and there we go, test, and make a new state. And if it does not fall, then we have to wait for 0.2 seconds. Anything like 0.2 is gonna good, and then we're gonna go say finished, which is this one, and go to new state, and then you have to just copy this raycast and then paste it in here, and then in this case we don't have to say not hit event, we're gonna say hit event. So whenever it will hit, we're gonna go to land, and land should be not this one, it should be this one, I guess. No, not this one. No, we have to make a new state, I guess. And yeah, we have to make a new state, and in this case we're gonna say set animator bool, which is, or let's just copy the previous one from here. Copy this one, paste, and in this case we're gonna set it to true because we have landed, right? And then we're gonna wait for some time. Let's just say 0.5 seconds, and then we're gonna go and finished and come back. All right, and yeah, that's cool. So I think it will work. So let me just explain what happened over here. So what is happening over here is that when the game starts, we're gonna set the animator bool to land to false, and then we're gonna check if the player is on the ground. So if it does not, if it's not on the ground, which is from here, if the raycast does not hits, then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna wait for some time, and which is little time, and then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna check if the player hits the ground. And whenever it hits the ground, we're gonna set to land to true, which is this bool over here in the animator, and then we're gonna wait and then come back. All right, so just a small script or FSM, and now let's see what happens. Or let me just go ahead and debug it so that we can see the raycast. You don't have to do it, but let me just do that. So there we go, there is the raycast, and it's a little too long. Or I should put this guy a little up. I think this is the right place. Bring it up over here so that there's a little portion underground. Alright, so let me just copy the component and exit the play mode and paste it in here so that it comes right on there. And now if we play, and I come to the player and I say falling detector, we are in this state. So we are now landed, right? We are landed. And then if we jump, it's gonna come in here and it's gonna fall for some time. And then this distance should have been a little longer so that yes, okay, so there's a slight fault. I think we have to tweak some animations, which is to fall and falling idle. And if we do that, and say play, it should come down, right? It should come down. So in order to do that, I think I should come in here and add a downwards transition. So transform or translate a little downwards, which is minus, I don't know, 6, 7, oh 6, and in Z, let me just go ahead and move a little forward, let's say 1.5. So we're gonna also come down and we're gonna keep checking if the player is going down. And let me just debug this one so that we can see what's happening, and select this raycast, and there we go. Now if we play and if we jump, there we go, it is doing something at least. At least it's doing something. Okay, so we are over here. We can also walk around. We can jump, and then when we jump, okay, there's some problem. So in order to fix that, we have to go to the falling to roll, which is this one. Alright, this one. And make sure both of these are checked. Alright, make sure you do that. Both of them are checked so that you can see it jumps down. Actually, it jumps down. So this is the ground and this is the player, so it actually is jumping down. Otherwise, if we do that, it's not gonna do anything. It's on the ground, and you know, it's not on the ground and doing that kind of stuff, so it's not good. So make sure both of them are checked, and then hit apply, because mine is done, so I'm not gonna apply it. So make sure you do that, and then we will see that if we play now, of course it's not gonna work, but let me just show you. So if you jump, it's gonna just be in that loop, alright? But if we take the player and pull it down a bit, when the raycast hits the ground, you will see that it looks good, right? And now there should be some kind of a system that we make our player fall down, and we can do that by in here and say translate, and translate in the y in minus, like minus 3, 4, 6, 5, I don't know, 5, 6 may be good. And we also gonna make it move a little forward, so let's just say 2. And now if you play, it should kind of work. There you go, it actually works. So of course there's a problem if I jump right now. You can see we dip inside the plane, and now you can see my foot is inside the plane, and that's really bad. As you can see, there's something wrong. So why is that? Because we don't have any kind of a collider on the player. Alright, so the player has no collider, and we can do that. We can add a collider just by going to add component and say character controller, and we can also set the character controller using these controls. So let me just go ahead and quickly do that, reduce the radius, come in the side view, maybe reduce the height a bit, and then move it down a bit. There we go, and I think it looks good. And now if you play the game, and if you jump, there we go, no overlapping, no anything, and yeah, cool. And of course the animation, okay, what is that? As you can see, in the end, when we do that, it does that kind of a bad animation of running. So we have to go to the animator, delete this transition from land to run. Instead, we should make it to walk, so that when we jump, and we can come back to the walk just like that. Really cool and simple. There we go. And of course the animation from here to here is not smooth. Let's just go ahead and try to do that from here. So as you can see, there we go, it goes up. So that's not what we want. There we go, it goes up. So that's not what we want. We want our character from here, like from here, right? So if we bring it over here somewhere, there we go. As you can see now, it transitions smoothly from here to there. Okay, and that should actually do that. So you have to just bring these guys away from each other, or bring these guys where you want, and then you can transition. So let me just go ahead and quickly do that again for you guys. So as you can see, now it goes up. So we have to find the position so that it's over here somewhere, and then we have to drag this guy up to that, just like that, and click that, and as you can see now, still there's something wrong. So let's just bring that there we go. Now there's a smooth transition from here to there, right? So let me just go ahead and play right now and see if it's a little smoother now. Jump, there we go, looks good. Okay, yeah, so it's jumping and it's doing that, and which looks really cool. So it's jumping right now. And the other thing which we did is that, let me just go ahead and make this small, like this much, and then let me just go ahead and duplicate this and bring it down, come out to the perspective, just like that, and make it bigger. And then I'm gonna assign this material to this and this material to this, so that we can distinguish between the two planes. So this is the upper plane and this one is the lower plane. So if we jump from here, if we jump, so as you can see, it's gonna fall, and it's gonna smoothly do everything, and that is really cool. And one thing which we can do is we can go to our character movement in here, and we can increase this guy by 7 so that our character can go a little more up. Let's just go and say 8, and you can of course tweak these options as you want. Let me just go ahead and set it to 3. Of course you can tweak these options as you want, but I'm gonna just do it like this and see what happens. So as you can see, our character jumps a little more up and a little more forward. And of course you can do anything you want from here. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, then subscribe to my channel, which is how to do. And if you want to support me, you can support me through PayPal. The link to that is in the description box below. And in the next video, I think I will make a car system so that our character can get inside and outside of the car, and then I will try to make the enter and exit animation thing so that, you know, it looks much better. And yeah, if you want to learn that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.